shame, like some kind of shame for me.
Okay. Okay.
To ask for money, to ask for education. So I said, okay, I have blockages here. I need to start to clean these blockages. I didn't feel confident. At the same time, I have this problem with the family.
Okay. So, but you said that
they
would be...
replaced the place. I started to work for them, to help them, and the work again. It was the next one to think later.
So, but to go back, what you started to say was that your website is still unfinished. You know that it would be a part of you moving forward and getting more people if you had that finished. The page that's still not done is the About Me page. That's the one you struggle with, and that you want to write something about your family on the About Me page.
Yes, I thought about what can I write. I can write about that I work at and I know more about EFT, especially family relationship.
Okay, and so thinking about, actually, if I were to tell you, you're going to write that out and you're going to put it on your page and you're going to tell me that you're done. Give me a deadline. When are you going to have that done by?
1 week. Is it
1 week? Okay, so I'm writing that down, and you will contact me and say it's done in 1 week. Okay, and so this is part of accountability coaching that works really well with EFT, is that I'm holding you accountable, you're holding yourself accountable, there's a deadline, there's a concrete thing that you're going to be working towards. Now, that's all great, you can say that, but I want to know how you're feeling now that we've created that goal for you. What are you feeling?
It's blank. When I imagine this page, it's blank. I should find something to see the other pages, what they wrote, and it will be like feeling something, not something from inside, I think, not from me. I can write it, but I look some other pages. Okay, I can write this. I can write this, but
okay. So let's start there. Tell me when you think it's blank.
Blank.
I look at other people's pages. I know I compare myself. I cannot write that. What is the emotion that you're feeling now as you tell me that?
I couldn't find more than 3 sentences. My sentence inside.
Yes, and tell me how that feels. What is the emotion that comes up for you right now thinking about that?
Not important thing is that I don't have some words to impress people.
I don't have words to impress people. And is it anger, sadness, fear, shame, guilt, embarrassment, or a different emotion?
Shame.
Shame.
Embarrassment.
Okay.
Some kind of I want to hide myself. So maybe most probably it's.
So that's fine.
Not wanting to show up because I don't want to feel the reaction of the people.
Okay, so it's more about you write something and their reaction?
Their reaction, yes.
Okay, is that still shame and embarrassment?
Shame, yes. Not confident, maybe. There is a shame also.
Okay, 0 to 10.
8.
Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
Upper parts.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you to tap on the side of the hand and repeat these statements. But if anything doesn't sound true, something else comes up, it's not landing for you, you want to say it in a different way, just interrupt me, correct me, say, no, Alina, I want to change that, because the power in this, as you know, is for me to use your words as much as I can. Okay. So even though I feel all of the shame and embarrassment,
even though I feel all this shame and embarrassment
in the upper part of my body,
in the upper part of my body,
just thinking about that About Me page,
just thinking about this About Me page now in my stomach.
In my stomach, okay. And it just comes up blank.
It just comes up blank.
Now I have this goal that I have to write it by next week.
Now I have these goals that I have to write next week.
And I've only been able to come up with 3 sentences.
I will be only able to come up with 3 sentences.
What if I write something and other people won't like it?
What if I write something and other people don't like it?
Is that what it is? That they won't like it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's too
okay.
simple. It's too
simple.
It's too simple.
Okay. All right. And
too
I accept
ordinary. Too ordinary.
Too ordinary.
Don't have much for writing.
Okay. All right. I think people will say it's too simple and too ordinary.
I think people will say it's too simple, ordinary.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel all this shame and embarrassment in my stomach.
Even though I feel all this shame and embarrassment in my stomach.
Just thinking about writing on the About Me page.
Just writing about me page.
People will think it's too simple and too ordinary.
People will think it's too simple, too ordinary.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel it in my stomach.
Even though I feel it in my stomach.
Imagining writing something on the About Me page.
Imagining writing about me page.
And I feel that what I write will be too simple and too ordinary.
I feel that what I will write will be too simple, ordinary.
People won't like it.
People won't like it.
I deeply, completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Good. Let's tap. This shame and embarrassment in my stomach.
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 This shame and in my stomach.
This shame and embarrassment in my stomach.
Shame and embarrassment in my stomach.
This 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 shame and embarrassment in my stomach.
Okay. All right, thinking about that now. Is it still shame and embarrassment? Just imagining this assignment, sitting down, writing on the About Me page. Is it still about people will see it and they'll think it's too ordinary and too simple?
I'm starting to think that I can start it like this and add something maybe when I find out something for myself.
Okay.
In the future.
Okay. And 0 to 10 on the shame and embarrassment now?
4, maybe.
Okay. Is it still in your stomach?
No. Upper parts. My head, I think I'm thinking a lot. I have a very lot self-talk inside. I think it's the upper part from here.
Upper part. Okay. So even though I feel this remaining shame and embarrassment.
Even though I feel this shame and embarrassment.
In my upper part.
In my upper part.
Just imagining sitting down to write the About Me page.
Just imagining writing About Me page.
And people will think it's too simple and too ordinary.
People will think it's too simple, it's too ordinary.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
Even though I feel this shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
Just imagining sitting down to write the About Me page.
Just imagining writing About Me page.
Mm-hmm. People will see that it's too simple and too ordinary.
People will see it's too simple and ordinary.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel it in my upper part.
Even though I feel in the upper part.
All of the shame and embarrassment.
All this shame and embarrassment.
Imagining sitting down to write the About Me page.
Imagining sitting down and writing About Me page.
It's going to be too simple and too ordinary for people to like.
It's gonna be too simple and too ordinary for people to like it.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Good. The shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
The shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
The shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
The shame and embarrassment in the upper part.
The shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
The shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
The shame and embarrassment.
The shame and embarrassment.
The shame and embarrassment.
The shame and embarrassment.
The shame and embarrassment in my upper part.
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 Okay. How you doing?
It's not stress for what we'll write, not shame and embarrassment. Now I stress it a bit, feel a bit stressed. If I sit down, what we can write? This is the stress.
Okay, tell me between now and next Friday, when do you think you have time to actually sit down and devote some time to this?
I have a lot of time for doing this.
Right now? Like after we finish this?
Yes, I can. I'm living alone. I don't have a lot of to do.
Okay, so
My
imagine.
Not very.
Okay. All right. So imagine. So do you usually like to write with pen, or do you like to type it on your computer?
I like in the computer.
Okay. So imagine that after we finish, you're sitting down at your computer, and you're going to write it. Okay. That feeling, I don't know what to write. How strong is that?
Nothing will come out.
Nothing will come out. Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
No.
No?
Not in my body.
Okay. And how strong is that? Nothing will come out.
0.6.
Okay.
It's not
All
strong.
All right, let's go. Even though I have this feeling that I'll sit down later at the computer,
I will sit down later at the computer
and nothing will come out.
And nothing will come out.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I have this feeling, I'll sit down at the computer later.
I sit down at the computer later.
And nothing will come out.
And nothing will come out.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I'm going to sit down at the computer after this session.
Even though I will sit down at the computer after this session.
To write the About Me page.
To write the About Me page.
Like Alina told me to do.
Like Alina told me to do.
And I feel like nothing will come out.
I feel like nothing will come out.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Good. This feeling that nothing will come out.
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 This feeling that nothing will come out. Yes. Now think I can write some things, but you may look a bit stupid, or the sentence will not, I will not like the way I'm writing it, expressing myself. It may seem stupid, not exactly as it should be.
Okay. Okay. And has this been a problem in the past with writing?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
it has. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes, you said. Okay. So where in the past has it gotten you in trouble, or there has been, you know, you had a writing assignment, you either couldn't write it, or you were blocked, or somebody criticized you, anything like that?
Yes. I was born in Bulgaria. When I came here, but I wasn't Bulgarian. I was Turkish. My family, they was speaking Turkish at home. When I started school, I started to learn Bulgarian. It was so I learned it in time. When I came in Turkey, I didn't study. I was 25 years. When I came here, I didn't study Turkish school here, so my grammar was bad. So always in my whole life, I didn't have native language.
Aha.
To say that I was writing this, so always, even now when I talk to someone, they say, "Where are you from?" They can understand that I'm not native.
Yes.
So my Turkish. Always, I used to ask my friends to check my writing at the end. I'm not sure that I can.
Okay. So give me one of the times where that's happened, where it was particularly painful or upsetting.
My work communication.
Okay.
When I was writing.
Okay.
My friends. There was one case in the work when I pronounced one word, they all imitated me, Turkish word.
Okay. And this was at a meeting, at work, where was it?
With my, work colleagues.
At work. With colleagues. And they were imitating you. And thinking about that moment, what is the emotion that comes up?
Shame.
Shame. 0 to 10.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
I was coming from someone outside. They call, you are not immigrant, but something like that.
Okay. And 0 to 10?
Oh, this was too high. 10 when they.
And now, looking back at it from now, what do you feel? 0 to 10?
No, it's some 3.
Okay. Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
Here.
What do you call this area? I want to use your words.
My chest.
Chest. Great. Okay. Even though I feel all this shame in my chest.
Even though I feel all this shame in my chest.
Feeling that I'm not good enough.
Feeling that I'm not good enough.
I pronounced a word in Turkish.
I pronounced the words in Turkish.
And my colleagues imitated me.
And my colleagues imitated me.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel all of this shame.
Even though I feel all the shame.
I don't feel good enough.
I don't feel good enough.
I pronounced a word in Turkish.
I pronounced the words in Turkish.
And my colleagues started imitating me.
And my colleagues started imitating me. And laughing.
And laughing?
And
okay.
Laughing.
All right. And laughing.
And laughing.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel all of the shame.
Even though I feel all of the shame.
In my chest.
In my chest.
I pronounce a Turkish word.
I pronounce the Turkish word.
And my colleagues were all imitating and laughing.
My colleagues were imitating and laughing.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Good. The shame in my chest.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thinking about that moment where you were pronouncing something in Turkish, your colleagues start imitating you and laughing.
Yes. Yes. I now see that if I write something, the people will not take it seriously, that it will be not express it well with my Turkish or generally.
Okay. So, but thinking about that moment when that happened at work, 0 to 10.
There's a lot. One with the... Okay. Messaging. During the messaging, I had one case.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
When we messaging each other.
You were messaging each other?
And when we're talking at the same time,
Yes.
they sometimes they couldn't understand me, and they were saying, "Okay, it's because you are from Bulgaria."
And this was a separate time?
Yes, separate time.
Okay. And so thinking about that time where you were messaging, talking at the same time, and they said they couldn't understand you because you're from Bulgaria, what are you feeling? What's the emotion?
I'm not like that. I'm different from them. I felt that I'm different from them.
Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
My back.
Your back. 0 to 10 on that feeling. I'm different from them.
It's higher.
Higher.
That I'm different, yes.
Okay. All right. Even though
I
feel it in my back.
I feel it in my back.
We're messaging.
When you're messaging.
And they say we couldn't understand.
They couldn't understand me.
And they said, "Oh, it's from you're from Bulgaria."
And they were saying, "You are from Bulgaria."
And I feel different from them.
I feel different and not good enough.
Not good enough. I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel different from them.
Even though I feel different from them.
Not good enough.
That I'm not good enough.
When they say that they couldn't understand me.
When they said that they couldn't understand me.
We're messaging.
When we're messaging and talking.
And they say, "Oh, you're from Bulgaria."
"Oh, you're from Bulgaria."
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel I'm different from them.
Even though I feel I'm different from them.
At work, we're messaging, talking at the same time.
And when I was talking and messaging at the same time.
And they say, "I couldn't understand you."
They couldn't understand me.
And they say, "You're from Bulgaria."
And they say, "You are from Bulgaria."
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Good. This feeling that I'm different from them.
This feeling that I'm different from them.
This feeling in my back.
This feeling in my back.
Feeling I'm not good enough.
Feeling I'm not good enough.
I'm different from them.
I'm different from that.
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 Okay? Thinking about that moment now, what are you feeling?
I think I always thought about now that there is something wrong in me, in the communication with the expressing yourself. I think I used a bit of this, and it's not only from the language, my way of communication.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe I used a bit made excuse with this that I'm from Bulgaria, but I wasn't always very kind. I wasn't very careful when I was expressing myself.
Okay. And do you have another experience of that from earlier in your life where you had to be careful how you expressed yourself?
Oh, my mom was always saying that I'm too much straightforward.
Too much what for her?
Straightforward. When
Straightforward.
you spontan and straightforward.
Yes.
And a bit naive. When they talk about something, I was saying, okay, when maybe they were joking, I couldn't understand that joke.
Okay.
My mom, and there is something that always, my close friend, when they say something, be careful about this, because they know that sometimes in the communication I have this.
Okay. So I want you to think about one of those times earlier on with your mother when she may have said something like that to you. And so even if you have to make it up, even if you have to make up a scene, I was X years old, I was doing this, and she said that. So describe a scene for me.
I have only an image of my mom was explaining other people to make excuses because of me. Maybe she wasn't happy about me, and I remember this. She was talking to people. She's a bit naive. She's too straightforward.
Okay, so I want you to think of maybe one time when that happened, even if you have to make it up, where she was making excuses for you and saying she's naive, she's straightforward, and so imagine that scene. What's the emotion that you're feeling right now looking at that?
It was a bit blaming. She's saying she always blame it a bit. She was saying that I have something from my dad, always blaming me about this kind of communication.
That you got it from your dad?
Yes.
Okay. And so thinking about that one scene, what's the emotion that shows up strongest for you now? Anger, sadness, fear, shame, guilt, embarrassment, or something else?
Anger.
0 to 10.
It's I have also anger problems with my mom.
Okay, and thinking about that particular scene that we're even making up that represents others, anger, low, medium, high, 0 to 10 as you're feeling it right now.
Right now it's not. It's 4 or 3.
Okay, 3 or 4. Do you feel that anywhere?
What?
Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
Usually in my head, not now.
Okay, but not now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even though I feel all of this anger at my mother,
even though I feel all this anger at my mother,
just imagining this scene.
Just imagining this scene.
She's making excuses.
She is making excuses.
She's saying, oh, she's a bit naive.
She's saying she's a bit naive.
She's telling people, oh, she's straightforward.
She's telling the people she's straightforward.
And she's blaming me.
She's blaming me.
And she says, you got that from your dad.
She says that I have this from my dad.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I feel this anger at my mother.
Even though I feel this anger to my mother.
Just imagining this scene.
Just imagining the scene.
Where she's explaining to people.
When she's playing to people.
She's saying, oh, she's a bit naive.
She's saying she's a bit naive.
She's straightforward.
She's straightforward.
She's saying, you got this from your dad.
You have got, she's saying you don't know absolutely how to talk to people.
You don't know how to talk to people.
You don't know how to talk to people.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Good. All this anger.
All this anger.
All this anger at my mother.
All this anger to my mother.
She says, you don't know how to talk to people.
She says, you don't know how to talk to people.
This anger at my mother.
This anger to my mother.
This anger at my mother.
This anger to my mother.
She says, you don't know how to talk to people.
She says, you don't know how to talk to people.
She says, you don't know how to talk to people.
She says, you don't know how to talk to people.
All this anger at my mother.
All this anger to my mother.
Okay.
I never felt good enough for her.
Never felt good enough for her.
Perfectionist.
Yes.
She doesn't like anything.
Yep. Okay. Let's check on where we are. I want you to think about this scene where she's telling people, oh, she's a bit naive, she's straightforward, she's making excuses, and she's telling you, you got this from your dad, you don't know how to talk to people. 0 to 10, just on that one scene, it was a 3-4. Where is it right now?
I still have this feeling. It doesn't disturb me, but I have this feeling.
Okay.
Like, but it's only fact now for me. Fact. It's only fact for me.
It's only a fact that it happened.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's no charge.
Yes, I don't feel charged.
Okay, great. So now I want you to think about sitting down to write that About Me page. Because what I tell people is, it doesn't matter if we clear out all of your traumas and you still have the problem, you still have the problem. So I want you to move forward as you clear all this stuff, because there is a mountain of stuff back there with your mother. So, but let's move you forward. Thinking about sitting down after we finish the session to write the About Me page. Really focus on that and tell me what's left, if anything.
Well, I can start what I have, even it's little. Maybe it's 4, 5, 6 sentences. The other parts can be only the feeling part, but in time I can feel it really from myself.
Okay.
But maybe I can start. It doesn't disturb me that it should be perfect. That I should all these nice things that should flow from me. Maybe I can write 4 or 5 sentences, but the other parts I can find something for the beginning.
Okay, so good. So does it feel like you can do it?
Yes, I can feel it.
All right, so let's wrap this up. So even though I'm not done with this yet.
Even though I have not done with this yet.
I still have some work to do.
I still have some work to do.
It's probably around my mother.
Probably around my mother.
I can get started with the About Me page.
I can get started with About Me page.
Even though there might be some more work to do.
Even though there is some work to do.
And it probably has nothing to do with my website.
Probably has nothing to do with my website.
It probably has a lot to do with my mother.
If I have a lot to do with my mother.
I can still get started with my website.
I can still start with my website.
And the About Me page.
And the About Me page.
I'm feeling like I can do it.
I'm feeling that I can do it.
I'm feeling like I can get started.
I'm feeling that I can get started.
And it doesn't need to be perfect.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
Even though I might have some more work to do.
Even though I have some work to do.
About this whole issue.
About this whole issue.
I know that I can get started today.
I know that I can get started today.
Even if it's just with 5 or 6 sentences.
Even though it's 5 or 6 sentences.
I can always go back.
I can always go back.
With the feeling part that I want to have in there.
With the feeling part that I have, I want to be there.
Yes, the speaking from my voice.
With speaking from my voice.
Great. I can get started.
I can get started.
I'm feeling good about getting started.
I'm feeling good about getting started.
I can just start with 5 or 6 sentences.
I just can start with 5 or 6 sentences.
And I know it doesn't have to be perfect.
I know that it doesn't have to be perfect.
I can just get started.
I just get started.
Maybe it'll be easier than I anticipate.
Maybe it will be easier than I anticipated.
Maybe I'm actually going to find my inner voice.
Maybe actually I will find my inner voice.
I'm going to give it a try.
I'm going to give it a try.
Because I'm feeling hopeful.
Because I'm feeling hopeful.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, very good. So I will be looking for that message saying that you did go through and you followed through and you got it done within a week.
I like it. It's about my finding my true voice.
Great.
Yes. Maybe I will find it. It will be much more easier.
Yes. So let me give you a business tip. I want you to focus on come up with a few questions, like 3 to 5 questions for yourself. Okay, 3 to 5 questions that you want to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then the answer is going to be what you're going to put on that About Me page.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. So like a question like, what makes me uniquely qualified?
What makes me
uniquely qualified?
Mm-hmm.
To help those people with their family issues.
Those people with family issues.
Because that's what you want to focus on, right? Working with family. Yes.
Yes, I know the answer. I used to go many years in the Al-Anon with the alcoholic.
Perfect.
Families, but do you need to write this?
So, yes, it's okay. So I want you to answer as if you were talking to a person, a friend, who is supporting you, and they're asking you these questions, and you're just like talking about how, yes, I think I am the person to do that, but I want you to come up with the questions, because this is about you and finding your inner voice. That's just a suggestion that I give one to get you started.
I don't need to say it. Alcoholist family, codependent families.
Yes.
People. Yes.
Yes.
This is the unique, maybe, because I qualified, way too qualified in this subject.
Okay, good, very good. Very good. Okay, so that should just get you started, and you know what to do. If you get stuck, you just tap. But I think that's a good tool. Another tip that I give some of my clients is if it's about the writing, maybe the best way is for you to talk it first. So you can have that transcribed, right? You can pay $10 or something to get it transcribed, and it's all there. You talk and talk and talk and talk, and you send that audio to a transcriptionist, and they can write, and it comes out written. So a lot of people have blocks around writing, but not talking, and so then that's one way to get around that.
Yes.
It'll at least get you started.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the second way. When I talk, I can find out how to express myself, what exactly I can. Okay.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Good work.
Thank you.
All right.
These are two questions I can ask.
Yes.
Are the tips about me? About, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
come up with 3 questions to get you started and to go into the process of answering those questions. And that's what's going to be in the About Me page.
These questions I will ask myself. I'll find the questions.
So I could give it to you, but then it wouldn't be your voice. So, so I want you to see what interesting questions would I want. So maybe a good way to think about it is, what are some interesting questions that I would ask someone else that I'm looking to hire for anything? If I wanted somebody to paint my house, what would be 3 interesting questions? But this is more about coaching. What are 3 questions that I would ask somebody about themselves to know if they're a good coach for me?
Okay. Now it started coming already.
Okay, excellent. That's what I wanted. Okay, very good. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Alina.
All right, bye-bye.